Hello and welcome to my meander for this week. A few days ago, the Apple Corporation released its latest product, a virtual reality headset. As I understand it, the wearer will be able to change their reality while still knowing where they are and what they're doing. In other words, you can be in a room and change the color of the curtains. I'm sure it'll have multiple applications which operate on a much more profound level than I have just said. But one of my questions is, why do we need this? I find current realities confusing enough without adding another layer of complexity. I imagine we will be told that a fully immersive experience is what we need to go to the next level, in more fully understanding our world and our life. I believe this is a type of escapism which can be very dangerous to our present and our future. We live in a world of great inequalities. We don't have to look overseas to discover the truth of this statement. In our own province, we can see children and youth who do not have access to the benefits that others do. They may be facing food insecurity or even homelessness. I was recently told that during the last 12-month period in part of our province, 5 children under the age of 16 have tried to access homeless shelters because they've been put out of their homes. If we look at the other end of the age range, many of our seniors are being housed in wards in our major hospitals because they're unable to be accommodated in care homes due to the lack of space and/or staff. This has a knock-on effect throughout the whole healthcare system. If we're enabled to enter more immersively into a virtual world, are we able to avoid these things? Throughout the history of literature, there have been many books written about ideal societies. Perhaps the best known in ancient times is Plato's Republic. Moving into the late medieval period, Thomas More wrote Utopia. These are 2 of the better known examples. In the 19th century, there was the beginning of a shift from utopian to dystopian literature. An early example is Samuel Butler's novel Erewhon. This has progressed into the 20th and 21st centuries, where dystopia tends to dominate much of our fiction in books and on screen. There's a sense in society that tells us that things can only become worse, and perhaps that's what leads us to try to escape. The problem is that if we are determined to create virtual worlds, then we will be providing ways of avoiding trying to solve the issues I outlined above. One of the roles of the church in society is to point to a better way, a place where love and mutuality are the preferred way of living, and selfishness and separation are not the routes down which we should travel. Once again, thank you for joining me today. I trust that you will have a good week. God bless.